Welcome to Tekedia Daily. I'm Ndubuisi, Ekekwe. Our conversation today will focus on the modern Nigerian entrepreneurship and why we are celebrating July 2017 as the 30th anniversary of this era in Nigeria. I take you back to the time of Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, the former military ruler in Nigeria. He came into power from General Buhari, who turns out to be the present civilian president of Nigeria. When he came in, he introduced a lot of policies. He brought in a lot of things into the Nigerian polity. And one of the things actually was bringing in IMF and World Bank through their social adjustment program. One of the goals of that program certainly is to help to restructure and redesign the economy of Nigeria, possibly helping to diversify it through different constructs of making it more manageable. But of course, because of corruption and so many issues, leakages, most of the goals of the SAP could not be realized. The vision of an open Nigeria, where enterprises can dream big and where companies and entrepreneurs can pursue their lofty goals and mission, is something that anyone in Nigeria can believe. But of course, it wasn't really good in the lives of the citizens. But along the line, there were also things that turned out to be very positive in the midst of that mess. Under the SFEM, the second tier foreign exchange market, which made it possible that many people got interested in banking because the fact remains that people could just buy dollars and make money in naira by essentially taking advantage of the parallel exchange rates in the official naira rate and the black market rate. So you go in the morning from the Central Bank of Nigeria, you get money from the CBN, then in the evening you sell it to a man in Burundi change, and suddenly you've just made a lot of money. And nothing has happened in the real economy, no significant impact in the Nigerian economy because of lousy controls and enforcement deficiencies in the Babangida's administration. These things happened, and suddenly people saw opportunities. So we now had a great time of modern entrepreneurship when some of the biggest companies you have in Nigeria today, the modern Nigeria, were actually established. Of course, those companies, when they establish, they quickly move into the level of innovation, trying to create opportunities in the market space. But I will tell you something. At that moment when they started, when they began to emerge in the country from 1987 to around 1992, that was actually a golden moment in Nigerian entrepreneurship. So despite the fact that many people can say, hey, most of them benefited from the state legacy, but the fact remains that if you move from Diamond Bank, Zenith, or to some of the IT companies, you will see that Nigeria had highest concentration of technology companies within that domain, as well as, I would say, the banking sector. Of course, most of the banks collapsed. Most of them were also, they merged. But there had never been a moment in Nigerian history when we saw significant infusion of new entrepreneurial ideas in the Nigerian economy. There were so many of them, so many companies. They were just starting them in finance houses, starting them in banking sector in late 1980s and early 1990s. It was a golden moment. And I'm putting July 1987 as when the inflation point started, and this month, 2017 July, as the 30th year anniversary of the time the modern entrepreneurship started. We have legends, people that actually reshaped the banking sector of Nigeria. And most of them we shall be very grateful to, because without them, it's possible that we may still be waiting for 5 hours to get our money from the old generation banks. The Lexicon started suing the new generation banks. That was early 1990s. And that is the legacy that we have for that. I'll tell you, to celebrate this 30th anniversary of the modern era of entrepreneurship in Nigeria. And we are hoping that we will have another generation of Nigerians, especially in the technology space, that hopefully 20, 30 years from today, we could say that they have brought significant progress in the advancement of our country. Welcome. You are listening to Tekedia Daily.